Hey guys, welcome to the video. So today I'm going to be chatting all about how to prepare for your first camping music festival. So this is something that I wish I had done a little bit more research on before my first festival. I have done Camp EDC twice. I did the Moonglow Shift Pods and I did an RV. I've done Okeechobee Festival in Florida and then also Electric Forest, all different types of camping. So I put together a list of things that I think will help you mentally prepare so you know what to expect. I have a packing list for you, how to get organized, how to decorate your campsite, like all of the above is things we're talking about in today's video. So if you guys enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. With all that being said, let's start from the top. So I want to talk about what to expect with the setup of your campsite, which is going to vary depending on the type of festival that it is. But I broke this into like 5 different types of camping festivals. So number 1 is going to be tent camping, which I feel like is extremely common. Usually this is like GA tickets, your standard like base level package. But tent camping obviously means that you are going to be bringing your own tent or whatever it is that you're going to be living in. You're bringing all your own supplies. Like you are basically like setting up shop in the campgrounds, bringing everything that you need. Then we have car camping. Car camping is when you can literally just like pull up to your spot and park next to your campsite. Again, that's what I did for Electric Forest. I was in a group camp, but we could drive our car right up to our spot. And it's so much nicer, obviously, because you can utilize your car. It's a part of your campgrounds. Obviously, added levels of security, protection from weather, things like that. Then there's group camping, like I mentioned. So you can usually get an assigned spot. If you have a larger group, some festivals offer the ability to sign up with multiple people. Like I said, at Forest, we had 40-something people in our group, and we got an assigned location. And we were able to share that space with everyone, share resources. So it's like really, really nice to do group camping sometimes. Then I have RV camping, which is when you can obviously bring your own RV or vehicle, whatever that looks like. It could be your car, like pulling a camper van, like something along those lines. But you also have a choice usually of like a power hookup or not using a power hookup. The pricing may vary on that, but again, that's nice. It's usually a separate area of the campgrounds where you park your RV, and obviously you have all the amenities that comes with that. I'm very pro RV camping, and I want to do it again. And then lastly, I would say preset camping. So this can be called like glamping, and depending on the festival, it can be anything from like preset tents that are like, branded by the festival, but it's all set up for you. It might include bedding or like an air mattress, all the way up to like bungalows, small cabins, small rooms. Like Tomorrowland has the most insane preset camping. It's crazy. They have their own like villages and crazy shit. So preset camping can be a really nice option if you don't want to bring really like anything at all. You just want to show up and it's set up for you. It obviously comes at a higher price point, but that's kind of what to expect. You want to assess all of the options you have and your price point and then kind of choose from there. But I would say at a bare minimum for me, after having done this, I really enjoy RV camping for sure. Car camping is very convenient. I haven't done even like regular just tent camping. I did have the car with me at Forest, and then preset camping at Camp EDC, they have all shift pods that are preset for you. You don't bring a tent in those situations. And that was kind of like a nice option as well to have something preset. So you just had to bring everything else like the bedding and all your, amenities and stuff for yourself. Speaking of amenities, let's talk about what to expect with the facilities. So bathrooms, showers, and things like that. So again, depending on the type of ticket you get, if you have just like regular GA, usually you can expect to use bathrooms in porta potties, hopefully that they're cleaned. Showers you can usually pay for, and sometimes they'll be in trailers. That usually, you can bring all your own toiletries and things like that. And then they have like free water, so you can use like sinks and things to brush your teeth. But usually that's like the bare minimum of what you can get. If you do VIP at camping festivals, a lot of the times they'll offer air-conditioned bathrooms, air-conditioned showers, sometimes shaded areas, like a little bit nicer and more elevated of options. That's why as I get older, I do prefer to do VIP for that specific reason, especially if it's a hot festival. Those air-conditioned bathrooms and showers can absolutely come in clutch. And usually they're not an added fee, and maybe it's not as crowded or lines aren't as long. So that's always a plus. And then again, if you have an RV, it's all taken care of. If you have a water hookup, you can use the bathroom, you can use your own shower on your RV, which is super nice. I would also say facility wise, there's usually a vendor village. So a general store, food, drinks, free water, plenty of things to buy, gifts, like sometimes even pop-up sets, but usually there's some sort of like vendor village or, meeting spot where there's like plenty of things to purchase. If you forget something, food, obviously drinks, all that good stuff. Next thing to chat about is items that you're going to need to pack with you. So this one I'm going to condense and just say to go download my free camping festival checklist. I made this a couple years back. It's a PDF. It's everything that you guys need. You can go download it. I have a link down below. Just print it out, use it as your checklist. It's got like everything from like clothing, tent supplies, food, accessories, like everything you need is on that PDF. So I will link that down below if you guys want to download that. It makes it super easy for you so you don't forget anything. And then also I want to plug another resource for you if you are flying with camping gear, because I know like this is something I had the most questions about before I was like pro camping music festivals. I was just like a city girl, city festivals, and I was like most nervous about like how the fuck I would fly with all my camping supplies, and I've kind of like got that down pat now. So I do have a separate video I will link here and I will link it down below, all about how I fly with my camping gear. But the TLDR on that is that I usually pack my biggest suitcase that I check. That is usually filled with my camping gear. I have a 6-person tent that only takes up about like a quarter of that suitcase. So it's pretty compact, which is nice. So usually like all my camping supplies are in the larger suitcase, my rave stuff, my hydration pack. And then I bring a carry-on with me on the plane. I have a Baze, the Weekender bag that I'm obsessed with. It's got like a little packing cube on the bottom you can zip on and off. It's amazing. So my carry-on will usually have like my clothing, my toiletries, accessories, like extra shoes, sneakers, anything I need like access to is in my carry-on. And then I usually bring a purse or a backpack as well. So like I pack a lot for festivals, but it's totally doable to fly. And then when you get to the festival itself, usually you'll have access like around the airport. I will always do a Walmart run, something along those lines. So again, go check out that video because I have like full details on how to fly with camping gear with tons of tips in there for you guys. Alrighty, next up I want to talk about how to stay organized in your campsite, because again, depending on the setup that you have, if it's your first time, you could be a little confused on like what the best orientation of things might be. So you can bring supplies to keep you organized. If you are driving to a camping festival, and obviously you can load more in your car and you can bring your own stuff, you could totally bring plastic storage bins. Like I've seen people bring, like Festival Finesser is a great resource for this. He has like a whole camping setup video, but you can literally bring like plastic drawers and set those up around your campsite. Also packing cubes. Those are good things to bring. You could put bins in your car if you want to. And sometimes those can be good. Obviously, if there's like bad weather, if it rains, you can kind of like throw things in a plastic storage bin so it doesn't get ruined. A shoe rack hanger could also be something good to organize. A lot of people will bring like tapestries. Like this is a tapestry behind me. Tapestries and flags that you can like zip tie around the canopy to give you privacy and to give you more shade. Flags to decorate your campsite and totems if you want to find it more easily, because if you are in a sea of like cars and tents and things like that, those things will help you identify your area, as well as lighting. I've seen people use like lawn decor and like lawn lighting that charges in the sun, so you could do like fairy lighting around your tent. You could do things around your campsite to line it, glow sticks, whatever it is. And then actually like home items. Like I have seen the most insane campsite setups. Like I want to get to this level one day. I'm not there quite yet because I haven't driven to a camping festival yet. But if I had the ability, people bring rugs, couches and chairs, a lot of blow up furniture. I bring my Chilbo like couch, foldable tables, foldable chairs. I've gotten a lot of compact stuff. I will say it's great for camping festivals. So I've gotten like a compact little camping chair that's fit in my luggage. Same thing. Usually a folding table we'll buy at Walmart and then we'll toss it after or we'll donate it to somebody. But these are all things you can use to decorate your campsite and again, have fun with it. Go as crazy as you want. You want to make it comfortable, especially if you're going to be there like 5 days or something crazy like that. Like you want it to feel like your living space. So I've seen all kinds of amazing setups, like tents that lead into shaded canopies into another tent. Like it's really cool. So have a lot of fun with that part of it. And then when it comes to protecting your items, so security and safety wise, 1000% get tent locks for yourself. You want to be able to lock your stuff and feel safe that you know your stuff is good in there. And then this is why I like car camping. Like, I want to just put my valuables in the car and lock the car and take the keys with me. So if you have that option, like, I would put anything of value in the car and lock it. Otherwise, usually in the tent itself, I'll really just like leave the bedding and like, again, the things I have in like the pocket of the tent is pretty much all I'll leave in there. I haven't had an issue, knock on wood. Usually you're, getting to know your neighbors is really big with security and safety, so that you like recognize faces and know who should be there and know who your neighbors are. And like, they kind of look out for you too, because if they see somebody weird walking through your campsite or somebody sketchy, like they'll be on the lookout for you too. But you can usually like leave stuff out. Like, people will leave out chairs or tables and things, or like their cooler and stuff like that. And usually like nobody messes with that. And then I would say a well-lit campsite, again, can be good. That's why I think lighting in some capacity, like I always bring like a little lantern or fairy lighting, so that when it's dark out at night and you come back to your campsite, you have lighting around you, you can see. I think that just makes us feel a little bit more secure as well. So that is everything I would say as far as security and safety. And then lastly, what to know about leaving your campsite and cleaning up. So if you haven't done one of these before, again, typically you would probably want to leave early. And this just comes from Okeechobee and from Forest. Forest, again, was my big F up. We didn't know. We took our sweet time in the morning packing up our stuff. I think we left around like noon, and we sat in 2 hours of traffic trying to get out of Forest. It was literally a nightmare. So my lesson I learned from that was pack up your campsite the night before. So you could either do this before you go into the festival, so you're still fresh, you still have energy, you're not completely wiped from the whole day, you're sober, whatever. Pack up as much as you can, put it in your car. After Okeechobee, we were totally fine. So when we came back at the end of the night, we literally like in the dark with like our lantern lighting, like packed up our entire campsite except for our tent and bedding. Like literally everything else was taken down and put away. The canopy we took down, like all of that. And then we left Okeechobee. Like, we were so scarred from Forest, so we left at like, we got up at 6:30 in the morning, left at 7, and literally were out of there in like 10 minutes. Like, there was no line at all. So that was like a funny experience, but it was amazing. We got to the airport so quickly. So leaving early is just always nice. So I would recommend like starting to pack your stuff up if you can the night before. And then leave no trace. This is huge. Don't leave a huge pile of garbage. Like, clean up after yourself. We always bring garbage bags with us. We keep our campsite clean throughout the weekend. You don't want stuff blowing away and like getting left in the nature or the environment. So leave no trace. Things that you can do. Again, like, I've had to buy items and then bring them in, and then we can't take them home. So we've donated things to neighbors. We've had them take our coolers, our tables, like they were driving home. So if people are driving and want to take your stuff, you could do that. Try to fit it in your luggage. Put it in an actual garbage zone in a garbage, or ask the staff if there's like a drop-off area where they're taking donations. Other than that, just try and fly home with what you can and try not to create too much waste. All right, you guys. So those are all the tips I would have for you as far as how to prepare for your first camping festival. Of course, we could probably get into so many more details. So if you have follow-up questions, feel free to leave them down below. And I can also continue this as a series on my TikTok or Instagram at Emma Kapotes if you guys want to follow me over there. I also have vlogs up, so if you want to see what these camping festivals were like, I have vlogs up on Okeechobee, on EDC Vegas, on Electric Forest, all under my vlogs playlist, so feel free to go check those out. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. Fall into you.